Welcome to Space Socket. This is another Kevin Samuels video. We are going to react to Sit Tight and Relax. Let's dive in.
There's a link to color. And see, here's another thing. You can tell when people have an issue with soft skills because the conversation should not be so didactic. It should not be, but there should be more of a flow. I need you to mute the YouTube channel in the background. Erica, see? Erica?
Yes. Hi, Kevin. Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
I can. What do you got for me?
Kevin, I left a super chat earlier on in the show. I'm a 29-year-old Black woman,
Okay.
and I am in California. I'm a software engineer. Not that that matters. I'm not a career woman. I'm at the point in my life where I'm looking to get married soon. I'm hoping to get
Okay.
married soon. I met a 43-year-old radiologist. We've been kind of chatting over the past few weeks. And obviously, with this COVID 19 pandemic, I'm a little bit scared of getting potentially exposed to it. So I kind of don't really want to meet up with him in person, but he's insisting.
He's what?
And I'm like, he really wants to meet up.
Okay.
And I'm like, I would love to meet up too, but I'm just really nervous about getting exposed to COVID. And he, based on our conversations, he seems like he'd be a really great catch. And like right now, like I mentioned, I'm looking to settle down, and I'm just wondering, looking to you for general advice, any tips or just anything in general.
Okay. And I'm gonna say this to the people in the chat room, and Rodrigo, you're next. Once I finish with her, then I have Sophie, and then somebody that's shy something. All right, you're 29. You're 29, Erica.
Mhm. Yes, I
You're
am.
29, and you graduated from college?
I did,
What was
yes.
your degree in?
It was in computer science.
Cool. So, and you met this 43-year-old guy, the radiologist, and you met him on. I'm assuming you met him online. You said.
Yes, I did.
Was it like Tinder, Bumble, Plenty of Fish, Match?
It was The League.
Say again.
The League.
Okay. And were you guys able to FaceTime one another?
No FaceTime. We've only had one phone conversation over the phone, but we have been texting a
All
lot.
right. So, let's get some stats. Height, weight, dress size.
I'm 5'5" and I weigh 130 pounds.
Okay.
I'm a size. Depending on the line of clothes, it's a 2 or a 4.
All right. So how often are you in the gym?
I go to the gym 6 times a week. I'm actually a CrossFit instructor.
Good. So, as far as your face, what would you say you rank on a scale of 1 to 10?
Ooh, I get told quite a bit that I'm beautiful. I don't know. I couldn't give myself a number.
Okay. Come on, let's be real. You know whether or not people tell you look good or not.
Maybe a 7.
7 has to be there, or there's no rep. And here's the thing. Also, I'm not putting anybody on camera unless you want to be on camera. What I've realized is a lot of women are more comfortable speaking. All right, so you're a CrossFit instructor. The job you do right now, like I said, doesn't matter. So let's hit the brass tacks. Move the 43-year-old guy to the side. Do you want to be a stay-at-home wife, or do you want to work?
I would, if
tell me what you want. Don't hedge this shit with me. Tell me what you want.
Stay-at-home mom, 110%.
All right, and what city are you in?
I'm in San Francisco.
Okay, so you are where I was going to be in San Francisco. It's crazy expensive up there. So let's round out the radio. First off, let's round this thing out. First of all, have you ever worked with an image consultant?
I have never.
First thing I would suggest is working with an image consultant to get a good idea of what your overall look is. Because if you want to be a stay-at-home wife in the Bay Area, and have the. Did you watch my other show where we're talking about 2 or 3 kids, that kind of thing? Did you watch any of that?
Hmm.
All right, so you're looking at a
Yep, I
guy who's
have.
making over $700,000 a year.
Yeah.
Right. So a
Yeah.
good assessment of your SMV, sexual marketplace value, at 29 is a must. Also,
Okay.
that and working with a matchmaker, you don't have a lot of time.
Hmm.
That's
Okay.
going to be the starting plan for anybody who's serious about dealing with a Henry. But let's get into this guy, 43 years old. First problem I have is you guys have not FaceTimed one another.
Yes. And that's what one thing I'm texting, I'm kind of messaging him to see if we could set that up. I'd like to do that before we even think about hiking
I
or
would
going
put that
out
in.
at a
I
park.
would put if you were my client, because I've done profiles for people I work with matchmaking. My women who are seriously trying to get married and they're using these online sites, which should only be a supplement to the actual serious search. First time after we exchange the hello, how do you do? I don't even go 3 text messages without saying we need to FaceTime or Google Duo.
Hmm.
Why? Because it filters out as many people as possible. I want to see you and you need to see me. Just need to verify. Need proof of life, proof of hotness is what I need. I'm online dating too,
Okay.
and so that's required. I would not go out with anyone if I were a female. I wouldn't go out with anyone without FaceTiming or duoing first.
Got it.
Um, Now, just because you are wanting to get married, cool. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Make yourself a more viable prospect, because it sounds like you already have your physical things together. Now you got to get your social calendar together, because this whole COVID, I shouldn't even say it. This whole what's going on. People are still meeting. People are still getting together,
Okay.
and California just locked the state down, or LA for another until the fall. Yep.
Got it.
So
Okay.
yeah, that's where I would start
Okay.
out. Are you on any other
Mhm.
sites or anything like that, or is that the only site you're on?
That's the only site that I'm
So
on.
outside of this guy, what does your roster look like?
I'm dating a couple of other guys. Two others are physicians as well. There's one, he's a CEO of like a small startup because that's like the culture in the
Yep,
Bay Area.
I get it.
Everybody is a
Hmm.
startup person. And then I'm talking to a few other engineers, but that's what it's looking like so
Do all these
far.
guys want to get married?
It, to be honest, I'm not. They. It's just kind of the talking phase. I don't know. I haven't asked them yet.
Why is that not in the first conversation?
Well, because the common
I
dating.
don't give a shit about
The
that.
Okay.
You said you want to get
Yeah.
married,
Okay.
right?
I
Then
do.
let's not play.
Yeah.
Look, Eric is your
Okay.
name. Men who want to get married know they want to
Yes.
get married and go looking for a wife. When a man knows he wants to get married, he goes looking for a wife. If I would ever decide to get married again, I could get married in under a year, because I'd go looking for a wife. And if a man is not
Mhm.
wanting to talk about marriage on the first conversation, as a general concept, I, as a woman, would not be wasting my time if I knew I wanted to be married. This is why image consultant, matchmaker, all the other kind of stuff, because here's the thing. Sound like a nice woman, but you don't need to be out here in charge of this yourself. You've named guys and titles and everything else, but I've probably offered you more clarity in 5 minutes than you probably had in 5 months,
Yes. Yep.
because it's about getting to the net of it. Radiologist, CEO, da 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 da. If none of these men want to get married, it's just talk.
Hmm. But Kevin, I always hear that men get scared if a woman brings something like that up, and it like turns them off. And
You hear a lot of stuff, but what did I say? It should be in your profile. Look,
okay.
it only scares men off that don't want to get married.
Got it.
So
Okay.
let's play it your way. Do you think by not asking the question and not scaring him off, that that's going to make him want to marry you later on down the line if he doesn't want to get married up front?
No.
No.
Yeah. Yep.
And here's
You're
the
right.
thing. This is where a lot of you. This is why women who you're looking for an arrangement. Let's just cut to the chase. Let me be honest with you. Get over this notion of you want to find your soulmate and you want to be in love. You're looking for an arrangement. You're looking to find a provider male who's making
Mhm.
high five figures in the Bay Area, because after you get pregnant, you don't want to work another day in your life. The more you say what it is, the more you know what it is you need to do. Those
Mhm.
men exist in that area. So you don't need to be
Mhm.
dealing with all the other men. Only the men that fit that profile and that want what you want. When a man
Mhm.
wants to get married, especially a man like that, men like my clients, they're not trying to fall in love. They're trying to say, okay, you meet these stats. Why do they go to matchmakers and pay the fee to get
Mm,
a
okay.
pre-verified pool of women to choose from and to see who they could actually uh, make an arrangement with and then move forward. The love and all that comes later on.
Yeah.
Arranged marriages work, especially at this level. So,
Yep.
and at 29, you don't have time to waste. You should have been married. If this is what you wanted, honestly, you should have been married 6 years ago.
Yeah.
So you got to
That's
start
right.
acting with a sense of urgency and start dealing
Mhm.
with men in that area. And lastly, you don't need to be in charge of this process 100% yourself. Image consultant, matchmakers, those kind of people who can help focus you. Because if you're just out there, you're just a
Got it.
kite.
Yeah.
Um,
Thank you.
well, send me an email.
Thank
I
you.
don't know. Shit, I don't know if I got any guys who I have in the Bay
Yes.
Area. Uh, yeah, but if you're attractive, yeah, if you're attractive and got the stuff together, send me an email. There, I work with Matt. I'm
Thank you,
starting
Kevin.
anyway. Send me an email. I'll leave it there. I don't
Thank
take
you,
the hint.
Kevin.
Just do that. All right. Bye bye.
Yeah.
Guys, understand something. I have no problem with a woman saying she wants to get married. Women have between ages of 18 and 30 to make this stuff happen.
All right, this conversation really centers around timing, priorities, and long-term planning. Saying I still have time sounds comforting, but Kevin Samuels typically pushes people to think beyond feelings and look at actual dating realities. Because here's the thing, time matters differently depending on the goals. If someone is casually dating, then sure, there may not feel like any pressure. But if the goal is marriage, family, long-term commitment, and attracting high-quality partners, then timing and positioning start becoming more important. And this is where Kevin usually shifts the conversation. He would likely ask, what were those years spent doing? And did those choices move you closer to or further away from the kind of relationship you now want? Because in many cases, people assume they can delay seriousness indefinitely and then later step back into the dating market expecting the same opportunities and leverage they had years earlier. Now, this is where the check happens. Not by saying life is over at 29, but by challenging the assumption that time has no impact on relationship dynamics. Because dating markets change, priorities change, competition changes. And people who are intentional about long-term commitment often begin making those moves earlier, which changes the pool over time. Kevin's approach in moments like this is about urgency with awareness, not panic, but understanding that choices compound. Years spent chasing short-term excitement can eventually create long-term consequences if there's no strategy behind them.